What is a spring pole and why is an often vilified device one of my very favorite training tools? Well, to get to that, we're going to have to dissect a common piece of dog trainer advice, which is a tired dog is a happy dog. And while that thought process can lead us to success in a lot of circumstances, when it doesn't, we need to realize that not all exercise is created equal. Think about it. If you've ever spent a day sitting at your desk, going through emails, maybe chasing around somebody else's kids, or any other thing that is stressful, time consuming, and not exactly what you'd enjoy doing for your day if you'd had the choice. At the end of that day, are you tired? Are you happy? So, no, not all things that make us tired also make us happy. We all have a thing that we really enjoy. And if we don't get to do that thing for a specific period of time, it can start to affect our lives away from that thing due to the fact that we're just not satisfied with what we consider our purpose. All dogs were created for a reason. Hounds and bird dogs are meant to sniff and retrieve animals. Malamutes and Huskies specifically bred to pull. Shepherds, Rottweilers, Danes, and other guard type dogs are for protection. Newfoundlands have been specifically bred for swimming and furthermore ocean rescue. They even have webbed feet. And then we get to the terriers, deliberately bred to help dispatch of small animals. The American Pit Bull Terrier bred for dog fighting. Now, as much as we wish that that wasn't true, it is. And just because our pit bulls live on the couch doesn't mean that they don't have an internal desire for conflict. That doesn't mean that it has to be violent. It simply means that they need a little rough stuff. The Springpole gives us the ability to simulate that rough stuff in a way that is fantastic for our dogs and means that I don't have to play so much tug in hand. By the way, my name's Joel. I'm a dog trainer. I specialize in dogs with big behavioral issues, specifically aggression, resource guarding, dogs fighting in the home, barking and lunging at your neighbors, anxiety, destruction. If you're having an issue with your dog that's making life together less than awesome, I can help. Make sure you follow the channel, and I promise that I'll keep bringing you really good, helpful information. To start off with exactly what a spring pole is, it's simply a tug toy attached to some kind of spring or resistance band and then hung from a tree branch swing set, maybe even some kind of A-frame like I use. The reason I love this toy so much is because I love high drive dogs that enjoy that conflict. They want rough stuff. They want to tug. They want you to wrestle. They want to jump and bark and bite. It's who they are. It's who is in their soul. So by only taking those dogs for walks, we are leaving so much possibility on the table, and we may actually be denying who they are, which can cause us problems in the long run. If your dog's genetics mean that they have a desire for that conflict and they're not getting it, then they're going to walk around on a daily basis with a pretty decent level of stress from not living a satisfied lifestyle. So again, if your dog has that desire for the rough stuff, playing Springpole with them, building control around the game will help you in so many other ways. Some people just miss the fact that their dogs like to pull, like to bark and lunge, and might even want to fight another dog. If that's in the genetics of who the dog is, denying them that is only going to make life harder. So if you've heard that old wives' tale, that tug with dogs makes them aggressive, you'll find it's actually the opposite. By giving a dog with a natural desire for conflict the ability and acceptance to essentially get the lead out, you will find that that dog is a much happier and more satisfied dog. If you are the one playing that game together with that dog, then your relationship is going to improve and they're going to want to do more things with and for you. And if you ever want to take your training to that next level, teaching a dog to spit out the tug toy while it's hanging from an actively bouncing rubber band instead of in your hands where you can do the thing that lets your dog know it's time to spit it out, hold the toy tight, give the loose arms, whatever it is that makes your dog spit the toy out, having that on the Springpole instead of in your hands ups the difficulty of the training and the reliability when it absolutely has to work. Is it true that Springpole used to be dog-on-dog combat training, which no one is a fan of? Is this completely unacceptable? It is. However, just because one person or one small subsect used this for a negative purpose, does that mean that everyone that would like to use it for a positive purpose just doesn't get to? I firmly don't believe so. By allowing my dogs to go out a few times a week and have that blow-off valve of the Springpole, they live a happier, more satisfied life. They have better obedience and are more likely to listen to me when I ask them to do things because I am the one that provides them this game, which if you can't tell, they find pretty awesome. So Springpole might not be for every dog and every owner. However, it's definitely for mine. And if you're still struggling with finding that way to get your dog through their aggression, reactivity, and make them a more livable dog, there's a fair chance that adding Springpole in their life, giving them the outlet, gaining better control, and using that tool to help them understand how to calm down might just be your path to a really nice walk. If you think you could use a little bit more education on that topic, make sure that you're following the channel. Give this video a like so I know that people enjoy it. If you're really struggling with your dog, let me know. I'm happy to help. And until then, go play with your dog.